Hi, my name is Bernadette, and today we're going to be talking about overcoming procrastination in midlife. So let me read this quote for you. In midlife, we stand at the crossroads of regret and possibility. Choose to conquer procrastination, embrace your power, and strike confidently towards your dream. And yes, that came from my website and blog at www.makeitfunnyc.com, right? So procrastination can be a nasty little thing that a lot of us deal with. It isn't just a hurdle. It's like an annoying creature that consumes our ambition and leaves us in a pit of guilt. Now, in the past, in our younger days, sometimes it may have been easy to procrastinate on certain projects and things that we needed to get done. And it didn't really bother us as much because it's like, okay, I know I'm gonna eventually get it done over time. I can wait till the last minute because I can run on that and I can work through that. And maybe at those times, the responsibility weren't as much as they are when it comes to midlife. In midlife, we are going through so much more, or we have so much more responsibilities on our plates. So some of us are juggling careers, some of us are juggling families, and we're juggling these unfulfilled dreams that we really want to overcome, right? And at the end of the day, procrastination can be our own worst enemy. It's more than a hurdle. Yes, definitely annoying. And it's a major obstacle in consuming ambitions, leading to guilt. And just a little bit of my personal experience with procrastination. I have been working my line of work for the last 24 years. And I love what I do. I really do. But as I started thinking about this blog as I wrote it, I thought back to some other goals that I had. So at one time I wanted to be a queen, I wanted to be a teacher, I wanted to be a librarian, I wanted to be a social worker. And the closest that I came to that was being a case manager. Now as a case manager, I work with adults that deal with different challenges, and I'm not their counselor or therapist per se, but I always call us the glue that holds them together, that hold the pieces together. So I coordinate care. I speak to their other providers, but yet still, I'm still not in that place to give therapy and things of that nature. But because I was able to do this kind of work for so long, just having my associate's degree, and it was always easy just kind of getting a job, I said, you know what? I don't need to go back to school to finish my bachelor's degree, which I had started some years ago. I just never went. I just never thought it was important, something I put off. And that brings me to another point, that procrastination is a sign of a deeper issue. It could be signs of fear. It can be signs of self-doubt. The turning point is realizing that procrastination can be overcome. And it's not something that's going to happen overnight. So I'm going to give you some strategies to overcome procrastination. Strategy 1. Embrace the power of small steps. A lot of times we want to do the big thing really quickly, not realizing that things take time. You can't just wake up and things happen. Things take time. So if you have a goal, and it really depends on your personality type as well, because there's three types of people. Some that will just jump straight into it, so they're very impulsive. That's me. Then you have some that will they could put like a little thought into certain decisions and it won't harm them as much. And then we have that person that likes to overthink and really sit there and take their time, think of the pros and cons before they do something. And for each one of those levels, there are pros and cons, and you have to be okay with that. And so one thing that you can do is embrace the power of small steps. So you want to make micro goals, right? So say one of your goals is to go back to school. You can say, okay, in 2 weeks, I'm going to just search up schools. Okay, and then for the next 2 weeks, I'm going to actually request applications. And then the next 2 weeks, I'm going to actually fill out the application. And then in the next 2 weeks, I'm going to ask for references. But like I said, it's really based on who you are as a person, because you may decide today, oh, I want to go to school, and you may just get the application and do everything in that one day. Or you may be that person that has to think, okay, what about my finances? What about childcare? What about books? What about this? What about that? This may be a good idea. This may not be a good idea. Maybe I'm wasting my money. So it really depends on your personality type, but you want to do things in small steps, whatever that goal is, okay? Everything's not going to happen overnight. And then you want to celebrate. So say you have that goal of wanting to go back to school. Celebrate. Oh my God, yes, I actually do want to go back to school. That indicates, okay, I want to create a change. And then when you get that application, oh my God, look, I got the application, because it means that you're doing something towards that goal. So don't beat yourself up when you do make those small steps and celebrate the achievement. Now, this one I'm just going to spend a little bit more time on. Listen to your intuition. A lot of times, you got to understand that procrastination can be a sign of misalignment. And so too, you want to trust in your gut feeling. So like when you're in your midlife, you have reached a point in your life where you've accumulated so much wisdom, experience, education, and you have a unique understanding of self. And between the demands of work, family, school, friendship, society, expectations, you can lose that inner voice. And then that intuition is something that indicates, boom, something is a red flag. Now, why listen to your intuition? Number one, procrastination is a red flag. When you find yourself delaying decisions or certain actions, it can lead to frustration. So I'll give an example, and this is a recent current thing with me. I was at a job, and I was having some certain issues, and I tried everything in my power to work them out on my own. And there came a time where I said, okay, I'm just going to distance myself from this situation. And, people were like, no, don't do it. Stay, give it a chance, do X, Y, and Z, blah, blah, blah. But something kept telling me, you've done everything that you could to rectify the situation. Follow your gut, do what you need to do. And like I said, I stayed for a while just because my coworkers are like, no, just rock out. You got this. You can do this. And like I said, still ignoring that, but deep down in my gut, right, the intuition is telling me it's never going to get better, just in my opinion. And eventually I had to make the decision to part ways just because of what my gut and intuition was telling me. And you want to listen to that. And then you want to tune into your truth, right? That's what intuition is. Intuition is tuning into your truth. So ask yourself, who do you want to be? Who do I want to be, right? And if you're delaying that time of doing or taking a certain action, you're not going to be that person that you're going to be because you're still procrastinating, right? You want to make empowering decisions. Making life throws curveballs. You want to use your voice of reason. You want to break free from limitations. You want to ignore society expectations and use your intuition as liberation. And let me tell you, even though my reason for separating myself from that environment, it was bittersweet to me, very bittersweet, but at the same token, on the flip side, on a positive side, it was very pivotal to my next journey. So for those of you that do or do not know, I am now in graduate school, right? After 24 years of doing the work that I'm doing, that I love, I just wanted to do something new, take the next step. And I think that this shift, even though doing the same kind of work, I am learning from different people that is enhancing my growth, both career-wise and school-wise, because it's helping me with certain strategies and things like that, okay? Strategy three, when it comes to overcoming procrastination, you want to create a supportive network, right? Communities are very, very important. You may have your family, you may have your friends, but you actually want to be around people that are doing the same things, that could be that listening ear. Like, it's great to have your best friends where you can say, oh my gosh, this class in school is like so crazy and I'm tired and I don't know what to do and I just need some help and feedback. And your friend, your family member, they can be there to like take it in, but are they really going to be able to give you that solid support that maybe somebody else in that same program is doing? Like, communities and supportive environments and positive environments are very, very critical and important when it comes to procrastination, because also you have that accountability, okay? I'm someone that's where you are or has been where you're at now and can relate to you. Also, too, you want to seek mentors and, like I said, join communities. So right now, I would consider like my supervisor as a mentor. That's what I wanted. I wanted a supervisor that I could have a collaborative relationship with, or someone that can act as my mentor, right? And it's kind of an unofficial mentor in a way, because each kind of supervisor has their own kind of styles of how they do things. And I'm just fortunate that I've been blessed to have someone amazing that I can lean on for that support. So definitely community is very important. Number 4, rekindle your do it now spirit. And I know I was telling y'all about the 3 kind of people, the ones that jump into it, the ones that's like on the iffy side, and then the ones that actually have to sit and think everything through. But you want to rekindle your do it now spirit, meaning you want to like get started on it, right? And they have this thing called a Pomodoro technique for productivity, and it's called different things on different phones. So I believe that's what it's called in iPhone, and Android is called something else, but it's the same app. And basically what you do, it's a timer. So you take certain tasks and you put like 20-minute increments, and then like say for 20 minutes you're going to like clean out a drawer in your house, right? But then when that timer goes off, it gives you like a 1-minute break, and then when the second timer go off, you may decide that you want to wipe down like a table, or wipe down several tables. So like you just kind of use it to create a pattern of getting things done. You want to celebrate every completed task. So say you set the thing and you decide you're gonna wash the dishes for this 20 minutes and you did it, celebrate that, because it's something that you may have tried to put off until the next day. Like I said, that app is definitely in the App Store. If you need it, just let me know in the comments and I'll definitely put it down for you. I'll share my personal journey and encouragement. So right now, I am a case manager, and I'm transitioning basically from case manager to a therapist in training. So like I said, case manager, I coordinate care, I collaborate with other providers of my clients. And the goal now is to become a therapist. So I am in school. It took me 18 years to get to this point because of procrastination, which probably came from fear and life been lifing and all kind of other things, right? And thinking that because I had this wealth of experience that it was enough, but honestly, it's just not enough. So I'm in school and I continue to work, and I continue now to look at my work from a different perspective. Yes, keeping in mind my current title, but also too looking at both the clients and using my supervisions to enhance what I'm learning in school, or what I should be looking out for through a therapist's eyes while still maintaining my role as a case manager. You overcome, like I said, the procrastination And once you do that, you rekindle your passion, right? So I'm happy to be in school. Like, it's a lot of work and a lot of things that's involved in it, but I'm happy that even though it took me 18 years to come for everything to come back full circle, that I eventually did come full circle. So once you put that procrastination and the feelings of guilt and everything out the way, you kind of, follow your gut and follow your true passion, because also too, procrastination too is maybe a sign that you're bored. Like, you just don't want to be bothered, and that happens too. So you can rewrite your story. Whatever that is that you want to do in your 40s that you did not do, whether it was a long time ago or whether this thought just popped in your head a week ago, a day ago, a month ago, you want to be in that driver's seat to rewrite your own story. Like I said, in midlife, you've had enough experiences, you had enough education, you've had enough everything to be able to make these informed decisions for yourself and not worry about what society thinks. So before I leave this, I want to recommend my book, Jumping the Rope, Move Yourself and Manifest Your Success. It is a book. It's more like a workbook. I do tell you little snippets and stories of my life, but I put it to you in a way where you're going to get a lesson to go on your own journey, right? And you get to take notes in it. And it kind of is a guide, talking about the blockers, what's stopping you from going to the next step. Do you have the right people in your circle? Are you still harboring unforgiveness? It's just like a workbook, and it's really about you and just giving you those starting tools to get you where you need to be, right? And of course, it's going to be more than the book, but there's somewhere you can start, and I would love for you to support yourself and support me by getting that book and just reading and getting to where you need to go. So let's conquer our procrastination and achieve our dreams together, okay?